Welcome one and all. We are going to start today with the session two, where each of you will be presenting. So, today we have with us Dr. Neha Bhartia, who will be chairing the session with us. So, I'll just give a brief introduction to hers. So, Dr. Neha Bhartia has completed her education from Rajasthan University, Jaipur. She holds a doctorate degree in political science from Department of Political Science, UOR, Jaipur. Her topic of research was religion and politics in India. Along with her PhD, she has also accomplished her MPhil, NET, JRF, and SLET for her subject. Currently, she's working as assistant professor of political science at Amity University, Rajasthan. Earlier, she was associated with Modi University of Science and Technology, Lakshmangarh Shikhar. She has an experience of teaching of 5 years in political science. Along with that, she has 10 publications and in international and national reputed journals. And she has also edited one of the books titled Rights Contemporary Debates. And she has also delivered guest lectures in different colleges and universities in Rajasthan. So, Dr. Neha Bhatia, thank you for chairing the session. And yeah, and we shall probably start with Bhagyashri. Are you ready with your presentation?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay, fine. So I'll let you go. So Neha Bhatia, ma'am, you can probably take on the session. And yeah, okay. So Bhagyashri, you can start.
Sir,
Yeah, now it's visible.
my presentation is visible.
Yes, now it's visible. You can go ahead.
Just a second. Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Bhagyashri, faculty from Department of Electronics, Sentence Degree College, Hyderabad. I'm here to present my idea about women in STEM and workplace challenges faced by her. The contents in my presentation are able to. The contents are here. Objective, introduction, history and evolution, workplace challenges faced by women, results and discussions, followed by conclusion. Uh, the idea behind presenting the paper is to create awareness about the role of women in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics representation, and also to make the society understand about women in STEM, workplace challenges, aspects of gender discrimination, and racial barriers of women. Uh, to give a brief introduction, I can say that women is a beautiful or wonderful creation of God onto earth. She is a spectacular power of the world because life begins from her womb. In spite of being so blessed, women still face many challenges to survive and lead a better life in all aspects, right from being a child to a woman. After hundreds and thousands of decades, women are trying to empower herself in making her identity a better one by standing equally in all opportunities along with men. Society is slowly empowering women, but fortunately, still she has to face some workplace challenges. If you observe the picture over here, the picture is actually it is short, but it explains a lot. We can see in the picture the girl baby is playing with a kit consisting of kitchen tools, whereas the boy is playing a video game. Here, the picture itself shows that from ancient times, from long period ago, we have been told that Mostly girls play with kitchen articles, whereas boys play with certain video games, cricket, bat ball, etc. This means at early stages only women are treated to a line of compromise, like we are in this line and we have to be. This thought process should be changed and the gender discrimination should be dissolved for a better future. And every girl should be given a freedom to live in her own way. In this note, every parent has to support the respective girl, whether it respective child, whether it may be a girl or a boy. Coming to history and evolution, uh, from late 19th century, slowly people started encouraging girls towards primary as well as secondary education, paving a smooth path towards higher education for future generations. Gradually, the wave has took a rise, and almost 30% of girls were being educated as compared to the previous centuries. And hence, girls started to plan careers in all respective fields equally along with men. On the other hand, government and the society has also slowly started empowering literacy among women by giving them free education policies, scholarships, etc. Fortunately, girls were given opportunities in STEM as well, and slowly women have started taking part in enrolling STEM courses for in various universities. Now, almost 60% of seats are enrolled by women every year, starting from 1900s till date. Even though women's literacy rate and women's workforce participation is gradually increasing, the proportion of STEM qualified jobs which are held for women is only 15% as on 2021. Although we are doing a better job in attracting women to some university STEM courses, but a very few women intend to go for the present, as well as some of them are occupying vocational STEM education policies also. A recent 5-year study on STEM graduates starting from 2011 to 2019, only 1 out of 10 STEM qualified women are working in the industry, compared with the previous analysis that previously only 1 out of 5 were working. So the ratio is bit encouraging. We expect the percentage of women in both education and workplace figures will uh, increase and will match appropriately. But on the other hand, there are some consequences for women, like they have to balance both personal and professional life equally. I have taken some of the major challenges faced by women in daily life, like target reaching goals, health hazards, health insurance policies, financial dependence, work-flow balance, lack of experience in managing a business, self-care, maternal issues, family responsibilities. There are many more actually. I could pen down only few. Later, if you check the major issues, the issues are like this: physical abuse, sexual harassments, insufficient pay scales as compared to men. There is no encouragement for career development, no promotions or bonus as such. Work pressure will be more, and the higher authorities pressure will be work pressure will be completely headed on women workers. I have even collected some responses from women using Google Form data, where I have given a questionnaire consisting of some basic questions. Uh, I think I can show you a few. Uh, on the whole, I have received 34 responses. Out of that, 79.4% of women are working with private sector, and most of them say that gender discrimination is usually faced by the women workholders. Uh, some of the major issues or the challenges where women face are physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, and target based abuse, which are actually listed according to the percentages in the graph. And if I inquire them about health insurance policies, 52% of companies in which they are working are not even providing the basic insurance policies. And if you come to results and discussions, I will discuss some observations also. Some observations from the survey are: most of the women, almost 80% of women are working in private sectors, owing lower pay scales as compared to men. And there are many issues which are addressed by women. The main issues are sexual abusement, obscene advertisements, eve teasing in some cases. If you prefer colleges and workplaces are around surrounded by colleges, eve teasing has been a major issue at rest. There are some results and discussions over here. An era was for women has been begun and took its shape, and almost every woman was given freedom to choose their opportunity for future. Awareness of sexual education is widely spread at early stages itself, so that there will be a smooth chance to develop healthy relationships between people, especially of the opposite sex. Opportunities were created for women equally in with men in all the fields. Now women are working in almost all the sectors like hospitality, IT, corporate sectors, engineering, politics, space, many more. Here we can see some of the famous women entrepreneurs as well as the successful women who stood as role models for other generations or for future generations. If you consider, there are women who have successfully developed and still developing their own business ideas in local areas. If the same support continues for women in all the sides, definitely every woman can be a role model for her own family first and then for others, balancing responsibilities like a mother, a wife, or a sister as such. Lastly, I conclude by saying that if a woman is educated at home, if one woman is educated at home, automatically all the members of the family will be educated in some way or the other. Maybe in her supervision, like care and share and care. She can educate her children by teaching them morals, ethics. She can educate the entire family in various aspects like financial management, decision making, entrepreneurship ideas when they are low, development ideas, small scale business developments, saving and future plans, partnerships in business, profit making measures. There are many, many things. If one woman is encouraged, that can make a move for a longer step. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Especially thank Amity University. This is my second conference presentation with you in collaboration with Amity University. I think the presentation has made me improve myself a lot. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Bhagyashree. When we are talking about your paper is about women in STEM and workplace challenges,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So when we talk about STEM careers, and the one of the most important thing that I think that you have failed to mention is lack of mentorship and sponsorship. Don't you think so? Did you include this anywhere in your questionnaire?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, I think I would have considered that.
You should consider this because mentorship is very important for young women to develop their career, to understand their pathways, and to understand the opportunities, and to better facilitate themselves in the area, in this area. So
Yes,
you can somewhere improve your paper by including that. So I really appreciate you presenting this paper. Thank you so much, Bhagyashree.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bhagyashree, for the presentation. Neha ma'am, we can move to the next one then.
Yes, please.
Yeah. We can go with Mayank Kumar. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, yes, Mayank, it's visible.
A very good afternoon to everyone. I am Mayank Kumar, PhD scholar of MIT University, Rajasthan. Today, I'm going to present my paper on the topic Role of Women in STEM Education. So what is STEM education? STEM education is a concept related to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It can be defined as an interdisciplinary approach to the method of learning where education-related concepts are solved with real-world lessons. This education enables a person to be a critical thinker and problem solver and can be a next-generation innovator. The term STEM was introduced by US scientific administrator at the US National Science Foundation. And according to this foundation, it has been imagined that in the coming future, around 70% of the jobs will be based on skills related to STEM education. As we know that the global economy is changing year by year and the current jobs are disappearing due to advancements in technology. The new generation will require skills that can cope with the technology. Moreover, the continuous advancements in technology have changed the students' concept of learning and interaction in day-to-day life. The people equipped with the skills related to STEM education enable them to succeed at school and beyond. In today's world, the demand for STEM education has increased and is likely to be high in the future as the coming generation will be technological based. Today, job recruiters need high skills and qualifications related to STEM education. And if we talk about the present condition in the fastest growing industries, then around 80% of jobs require workers to be equipped with STEM skills. For any country to be competitive internationally, it requires people who can cope with a changing workplace. There's also a gender-related gap in the STEM-related fields, and particularly women can be seen as marginalized in jobs related to STEM education. There is a big difference in the salary of men and women in particularly these areas, and only a small majority of women can be found working in these sectors related to STEM. There's an old myth that from childhood, girls used to play with dolls and were busy in the kitchen or doing household work, whereas boys can be seen playing video games. So it is believed that from a young age, a line has been drawn between these genders. So today, women have decided to participate in the areas related to STEM, which were earlier ruled by the male society, although it requires some changes and some steps to be taken so that female participation will be high in society in these areas. Women which are having degrees related to STEM education are likely to work in non-STEM related areas, education and healthcare, due to various issues such as sexual harassment in workplaces, low salary, household responsibilities, etc. India is among the top countries which produce a large number of scientists and engineers. And as a result, the growth of STEM has increased significantly over the last few years. So STEM fields include various areas such as physics, nuclear physics, chemistry, math, psychology, astronomy, computer, chemical engineering, civil engineering, etc. So problems of women in STEM education, they don't know much about the fields and they often find these fields too challenging. And moreover, they are not well prepared to seek further education in these areas. Moreover, apart from these, there are biological gender differences, social factors, negative stereotypes, environmental factors, and other institutional structures, etc. So the main question is that why is STEM education important? As we know that there's a lack of qualified candidates for the jobs that requires a STEM education, as the US needs STEM related talent to compete globally, and citizens need to be STEM literate to better make personal and political decisions. As we know that world's current energy and environmental problems will be solved through innovation and technology, so STEM education is very much important. So government support for STEM in United States. Due to high demand from many public and industry constituents, the US Congress passed America Competes Act in 2007 to invest in STEM research and education for students from kindergarten to graduate school. Congress reauthorized the act 3 years later with America Competes Reauthorized Act 2010 with additional stipulations to increase the number of underrepresented minorities in STEM fields. In 2009, President Barack Obama launched the Educate to Innovate campaign to enhance the status of the United States as a global leader in science and mathematics education over the next decade. So American students will no longer be outperformed by those in other nations. One of the three overarching priorities for this campaign was specifically expanding STEM education and career opportunities for underrepresented groups, including women and minorities. So the initiatives to promote women's participation in STEM education in India. So government has launched various schemes such as Vigyan Jyoti scheme, which is launched by the Department of Science and Technology and which aims to create a level playing field for the meritorious girls in high school to pursue STEM in their higher education. Moreover, it also offers exposure for girl students from rural backgrounds to help to plan their journey from school to a job of their choice in the field of science. Another scheme is Gati scheme, which is the gender advancement for transforming institutions. And this will develop a comprehensive chart and a framework for assessing gender equality in STEM. Another scheme is knowledge involvement research advancement through nurturing, which is a Kiran. The scheme was launched in 2014 to 15, and this aims at providing opportunities for women scientists in moving up the academic and administrative ladder. Another is Women Scientist Scheme. This scheme provides career opportunities to unemployed women scientists and technologists, especially those who had a break in their careers. So the current status of women in STEM. The status of women in STEM in higher education is making great strides towards gender equality, but has further to go to be considered elevated and stable. Support from higher education in the US government has led to strengthen efforts to recruit women and create a strong STEM pipeline. Women are motivated now more than ever by a variety of academic and co-curricular influences to choose STEM fields as careers. However, the reports of the life experiences of students reveal stereotypes, biases, chilly campus cultures, unsteady identities, and a wavering sense of belonging that are still barriers to successful degree completion and career entry. And in addition to these barriers, women faculty also report a collective lack of mentoring and supportive policies, particularly for work-life balance, leading to burnout. So the conclusion of my paper is that women are underrepresented both in STEM jobs and STEM undergraduate degrees and have been consistently over the last decades. The relatively few men who receive STEM degrees are concentrated in physical and life sciences in contrast to men who are concentrated primarily in engineering. Women who do receive STEM degrees are less likely to work on STEM jobs than their male counterparts. And while women working in STEM jobs unless than their male counterparts, they experience a smaller gender wage gap compared to others in non-STEM occupations. The underrepresentation of women in STEM majors and jobs may be attributable to a variety of factors. These may include different choices men and women typically make in response to incentives in STEM education and STEM employment. For example, STEM career paths may be less accommodating to people cycling in and out of the workforce to raise a family, or it may be because there are relatively few female STEM role models. So perhaps strong gender stereotypes discourage women from pursuing STEM education and STEM jobs. So there is a need to encourage and support women in STEM with a goal of gender parity, given the high equality, well-paying jobs in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. So there's a great opportunity for growth in STEM in support of American competitiveness, innovation, and jobs of the future. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Mr. Mayank. Your paper is on women in STEM education. So
Yes,
first I would like to ask you, so have you considered women in STEM education mainly in American perspective?
yes, ma'am.
You have considered women in STEM education mainly in American perspective?
Ma'am, American and Indian also. That's why I mentioned about the schemes.
Okay, so
Yes.
can you tell me about one initiative taken globally to promote women in STEM education?
Ma'am, globally, ma'am, women are given the reservations. Today, women are given globally reservation. Earlier, there was around 30%, but if we see, if we particularly talk about in Haryana or in any state, it is more than 50%. And in other countries also, the reservation is increasing from earlier. If it was,
have you heard about SAGA project?
yes, ma'am.
SAGA project. Have you heard about SAGA Saga project?
No, ma'am.
Okay, research about it. It's
Okay,
the SAGA project aims to reduce the gender gap in STEM fields in all the countries at all the levels for
okay,
education and research.
Okay.
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 So this you could add somewhere in your research. Your paper is very well researched.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
I'm happy to hear about this. And quickly, just tell me about one basic and most important challenge that stops women, or that is a major impediment considered for women in STEM, for pursuing their career in STEM.
Ma'am, firstly, the
What do
women,
you think? The most
ma'am.
important reason.
Ma'am,
What do you think in your
ma'am,
thoughts?
according to me, the women are still not allowed to work in the private industries. There are several places where women are not allowed, as men are allowed to work, and moreover, they are not allowed to work during night sessions also.
So you were
And
talking about gender-specific rules.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayank, for your presentation. We are just waiting for the others to join, Neha, ma'am, because
So we
there
are
were
still
two
waiting for
others.
them?
Yeah, they joined and I think they left after that. So I'm just trying to contact them again so that,
Please inform them to join the
yeah.
session.
Yeah, Neha, ma'am. So I think we'll wind up the session because the others are not available. We have to contact them. Some of them are in class or they have other things, so they're not coming up. So we only had these two presentations then.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma'am, very
sir.
much. Thank you, ma'am, very
Thank
much.
you,
If you
sir.
could just
Thank
share,
you. Thank you for
by chance,
inviting
did
me.
you put down the marks for the two presentations?
Yes, yes, I
If you
have.
can just share that with me, then I'll just communicate that to, or you can share that with me, and I can
Okay,
communicate that to.
I'll just message it to you. Is that
Sure,
okay?
sure, that's fine. That's fine, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Neha, ma'am, for
Thank you,
participating and
sir.
for
It's been
sharing
very
session.
nice
Yeah,
experience. Thank you,
thank you,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Host, you can. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Host, you can stop recording then. Thank you.
Yes, you
And
want
you
me
can
to
close.
close the session, sir?
You can close the session as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
please.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.